I'm Darren Yates. I'm co-owner of Vox Box Music down in St Stephen Street in Stockbridge. Opened in May 2011, and yeah, going from strength to strength. In fact, we tried to open on Record Shop Day 2 years ago, but it just wasn't possible. We thought that there'd be a fanfare and you know the press would be out and banners would be out. George, my partner in the shop, had been dealing records for 25 years or so. He did a lot of record fairs and he was hoping to, I think, wind down the amount of fairs he was doing. And he was my favourite dealer, and I'd been collecting records for 10 years and ended up with a lot of overspill, a few thousand records overspill. So the opportunity came up to open the shop, to buy this place, and so we did, and we just filled up the shop with a collection we bought together and some of his records and my overspill, and we've been going ever since. It's been good fun. It's difficult. It's difficult because Amazon is so big and powerful, and you have sellers, not just Amazon and their big warehouse that can stock anything, but you have sellers that sell through Amazon and that are happy to make just £1 a record, and we can't operate just making £1 per record. You know, we just don't get enough people through the door. So we're having to try and pick things where we can undercut Amazon. We're trying to find things that are a little bit more obscure than things that are niche and collectible, but actually good music. Artists that maybe didn't sell enough at the time and whose records are rare as hen's teeth in the original format, but have actually been repressed. But yeah, it's going to be difficult for record shops for the foreseeable future, I think. But the vinyl revival is certainly absolutely welcome, and how long it lasts, though, I don't know. But while it does last, I think it's worth just riding the wave and smiling along and welcoming people into the shop. We welcome everyone into the shop. We have a mix of people that are after first pressings of rare albums and looking for mint records, and we have people who are after cheap and cheerful £1.50 records from the back room. We're collecting anything takes a certain personality, and it's typically a male who can come along to a record shop and spend an hour or two just looking through records and then pick out maybe one or two and to take it to the counter and say that you've had an afternoon well spent. I'm looking at it for covers. A good cover. I mean, I've got most of the collectible records I want. I'll buy things if I think they're underpriced, and I think that I can I can spruce them up and resell them, or if something's just got a nice cover, I'll buy it for myself. Some jazz albums from the 50s are beautiful, and often risque as well, but they're often very clever. Some of the albums from the 60s that had beautiful covers, I think you're rarely disappointed by the music. I think they spent a lot more time than they do these days designing a cover. Certainly the artwork was a lot better. When you look at Sgt. Pepper and Cream's Disraeli Gears, they're fun, psychedelic covers, and they stand up as a work of art, I think, in their own right. Best record, the Velvet Underground and Nico, their first album is one of my favourite albums, and I found a copy with the original peelable banana, which is actually very, very rare. We're going to have a great day of events. We're getting bands to come and play for us, so from 12 till 6 we'll have eight bands. I mean, we'd initially asked we sent some emails out hoping that we get 2 or 3 bands, and everyone said yes. On the day itself, though, we'll be opening at 9:30, so a little bit earlier. We'll have a list of the records that we have, and everyone who's waiting, if there is a crowd, we'll get a cup of tea from the proper tea shop down the road, and then the music starts at 12 noon. We have Rob St John will be doing a wee set. He's on Song by Toad. He has an album being re-released. We have Wounded Knee. He'll be doing his inimitable vocal loops. We also have Honeyblood coming through from Glasgow. Eagleowl playing with Kid Canaveral, or Kate Lasda from Kid Canaveral. They're going to do a joint set of something that's not really been seen before and probably won't be seen again after the day. Just the male half of Kid Canaveral weren't available for the day, so Kate and Rose are going to be doing a wee set with the the male half of Eagleowl. It should be good fun. Magic Eye, again, they have the Song by Toad Record Store Day, unofficial Record Store Day, Beer versus Records release. They got this idea that they're going to have a limited edition of 250 records versus 250 4-packs of beer with download codes attached. So you have an equal amount of music with the beer and with the record, and to see how many will sell out first. I'm pleased that Mike Heron from the Incredible String Band, from Edinburgh's Incredible String Band, they'll be doing a wee set as well with Mike Hastings and his daughter Georgia Seddon, and a multi-instrumentalist, talented guy called Frog Pocket. I'm really pleased that Mike's involved because he's a 60s superstar in my eyes. You know, he's some of the best albums made in the 60s, and most influential albums were made by the string band. And they played at Woodstock, and not a lot of people in Edinburgh know that we have such an important and groundbreaking band, you know, on our doorstep. Exciting stuff. Who I missed out? Adam Stafford as well. Adam's got an album coming out on Song by Toad, and has for a Record Shop Day got a limited edition cassette coming out on Jerry Loves Records as well. So it's really collaboration between the Fence bands, ourselves, Song by Toad, and Jerry Loves Records, and you know, we're all good folk, and it should add to the party times. It should be a lot of fun on the day. Tips, as in hot records. Yeah. it's going to be the Bowie thing and the Pink Floyd thing. The Pink Floyd Pink Vinyl See Emily Play. That'll be a big seller. But the problem is that all the best records are the demand for them is so great that any of the shops, there's 200 shops taking part. So if something's pressed in a limited run of 500, you know, you're lucky if you get 2 or 3. And I think you know, certainly the Mogwai and the Aidan Wells Bill Moffat single that's come out, we'll have 2, which is enough to keep me in one, and another one to pass around my friends that have asked me to keep them a copy. Yeah, so I'm going to be forced, I think, to put them both on the shelf and just see what happens in the day, and hopefully 2 people who are fans will pick it up rather than the eBay savvy bunch that tend to camp out early in the day. For all, the Record Store Day has got lots and lots of flaws, and they're all true. Every criticism levelled against Record Store Day is true, but the true thing for me though is that the record industry would be worse if it didn't exist, and it's been invaluable for us as a new shop. So having something like Record Store Day, you know, people will find you a lot better, a lot easier. And you know, the publicity behind it is fantastic.